This is Housing News 360. The headlines: Federal government to launch landmark land registration program. First Bank launches 40-story head office at Eko Atlantic. Edo demolishes kidnapper-linked houses in Opebolu's district. From the foreign scene, rent hikes looms as London struggles with housing shortage. The stakeholders in the housing and urban development sector are set to gather at the Transcorp Hilton in Abuja on March 19, 2025 for the National Land Registration and Documentation Program. The National Land Registration and Documentation Program, led by the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development and the World Bank, aims to tackle land registration challenges, improve tenure security, and support President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, with stakeholders set to discuss its implementation. The National Workshop and Forum, which will take place on the March 19, 2025, will focus on land management insights and strategies for improving land registration. The ministry, however, encourages prompt registration as stakeholder participation is key to the success of the program, which aims to transform land administration and drive economic growth and urban resilience. The First Bank of Nigeria held the groundbreaking ceremony for its green certified head office at Eko Atlantic City, attended by Vice President Kashim Shettima, Aliko Dangote, Femi Otedola, governors, senators, ministers, and industry leaders. The 40-story eco-friendly building, said to be Nigeria's tallest, marks the start of a transformative journey for First Bank, highlighting its commitment to innovation, sustainability, and reducing upkeep. The bank's chief executive officer, Olusegun Alebiosu, called the groundbreaking a key milestone, highlighting the new headquarters' focus on innovation, sustainability, and economic growth with long-term value for stakeholders. The first HoldCo chairman, Femi Otedola, however, emphasized the importance of collaboration in realizing the new headquarters, thanking customers and stakeholders for their continued support. With a legacy of over 130 years, First Bank remains committed to innovation, customer focus, and sustainable practices. Adamawa State Governor Ahmadu Fintiri has commended the Bayelsa State Governor Douye Diri for his impactful 5 years in service, highlighting his infrastructure achievement and strong ties within the PDP and nationwide during the inauguration of new commissioners' quarters and a dual carriage road in New Yenogwa City. Fintiri also emphasized that Diri holds great significance for the people of the country, noting that like other PDP governors, he has delivered honest service and brought his vision to life, praising Diri for fulfilling his campaign promises and transforming Bayelsa with unprecedented speed and precision. Diri further thanked the Onopa and Amarata communities for their peaceful conduct, which facilitated the successful completion of the project, emphasizing that for a city to develop like others in the country, proper planning is essential. However, the Commissioner for Land and Survey, Mr. Perepuige Biewari, stated that the completion of the housing project marks the beginning of development in the area, paving the way for further infrastructure and economic growth in the state. The Edo State government has demolished houses associated with kidnappers in Ile, Isan, West Local Government Area, and Uromi, Isan, Northeast Local Government Area, both located within the senatorial district of Governor Monday Opebolo. The demolition, led by Governor Monday Opebolo's administration, is a move to boost safety and tackle crime in Edo State, carried out by Special Advisor on Security, Mr. Akere Paul, and Special Task Force Commander, Michael Aneto. Paul further stated that the demolition followed the recently passed anti-kidnapping law signed by Governor Monday Opebolo, emphasizing that the state government would not tolerate any property used for criminal activities. He, however, urged landlords to properly profile tenants, warning that houses used for crimes like kidnapping would be demolished under the new anti-kidnapping law, assuring the public that the exercise would continue as the state government is committed to flushing out criminals and ensuring a safe, habitable environment for all. Two bodies have been retrieved from the rubble of a two-story building that collapsed in the Lekki area of Lagos on Wednesday, with 6 others sustaining injuries and being rescued by emergency responders from Lagos State Emergency Management Agency (LASEMA) and National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA). The LASEMA Permanent Secretary, Dr. Olufemi Oke Osonyintolu, confirmed the building collapse and ongoing investigations into its cause, with 2 adult males rescued from the rubble and 6 others with serious injuries receiving medical care before being taken to Marina General Hospital. The LASEMA response team, however, has initiated a search and rescue operation coordinating with other stakeholders for an effective response, with 6 victims rescued and 2 bodies recovered, while search efforts were ongoing at the time of the report. From the foreign scene, London's largest housing associations have warned of rising rents, a loss of key workers, and soaring temporary accommodation costs, with the G15 stressing that urgent action is needed, attributing these challenges to decades of underfunding that have left them unable to build enough homes to meet the growing demand in the capital. The G15 warns that without urgent action, rising rents, key worker exodus, and spiraling accommodation costs, risking bankruptcy for some boroughs, are inevitable, and we call for increased funding from the Chancellor in Wednesday's spending review. Its latest figures show a 76% drop in housing starts and a 50% reduction in the development pipeline, with fewer than 800 homes started in the first quarter and a 34% decline. However, a shortage of affordable homes in London risks forcing out essential workers, with 60,000 families in temporary accommodation costing €4 million daily and 325,000 on waiting list, while the government pledges 1.5 million new homes by 2029, including 80,000 annually for London.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts on Facebook, Housing TV Africa, on Twitter, Housing TV Africa, Instagram, Housing TV Africa. Join the conversation and keep up with latest housing updates.
Housing TV Africa, your first in housing development broadcasting.